By virtue of the powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of Walter Sisulu University, I declare this congregation open for the conferring of degrees and awarding of diplomas and certificates. May we please be seated.
Masithandaze. Kwangoko wena njengoThixo wawusazi okokuba ngeli xesha ngalo mzuzu kwabe kunje kule ndawo. Sibulela kumkani kakumkani ukuthi kolo lwazi lwakho nabo bantu wawubazi okokuba bawube belapha kule ndawo nathi ngabanye ubusibalile. Nalo msebenzi siwuyaleza ezandleni zakho. Sikelela ke Thixo uthamsancelise ukuze okulungileyo phambi kobuso bakho kunothi kusivuyise. Kusonwabise ngobukho bethu nempumelelo yethu kule ndawo. Usenzele ngoKristu inkosi yethu ngoku nangona phakade. Amen. I'm reading from the book of Genesis chapter 50, and I'm reading almost the last 2 verses. The book of Genesis chapter 50, ncwadi yendalo isahluko ngamasumi mahlanu akananto. Ndithabatha nje kuphela la miqolo mibini isekugqibeleni. Genesis chapter 50, I'm reading the last 2 verses of this book. uYosef wabafungisa onyana bakaSirayeli sithi, uThixo okunene uyakunivelela nje nowanyusa amathambo am emke apha. Wafa ke uYosef engeminyaka 111 bamqhola wafakwa etyeyeni eyiphutha. Lilizwi lenkosi, inkosi sikelele ukufundo nokuphulaphula kolizwi layo ngoku kude kube ngunaphakade. Amen. It's a community of promised people. At this particular juncture, they are moving from Egypt to the promised land. It is at that moment whereby their wishes have been granted. All that they wanted in life now is just in front of them. And when they move, or when they are about to move from Egyptian slavery to Canaan, to a better world, to a better future, it is said, on their movement, among the things they took along into the promised land were the bones of this old man, Joseph. And this particular old man called Joseph is a man who represented the community of these people. His embodiment is the face of this community. Why they are in this place, why they were in Egypt, it was because of Joseph. And Joseph to them had always represented that particular community, the community from which they came from. And now when they moved from slavery to a better world, when they moved from this society that they've been living in into a better and a brighter future, it is said that Joseph had said unto them, don't leave me behind. And when they had to move, they had to go back to the graveyard where they had buried him, take off the bones, and carry them into the promised land. So that the entire community, when they get into a better place, the entire community is there with them, also get into the better place. And that is what we expect of you. From the communities you are coming from, now that you are on the threshold of getting into a better world, into a better society, into a better life, don't leave those who have made you who you are behind. They also want that better life. They also want to see you into that better world. They also want to experience a better life also. So the challenge now is, as you step forward into a better world, don't go by yourselves. Remember those who have brought you where you are. Remember those who have been keeping this promise of at least one day, my kids or our kids will live a better life than we are living. And when you get into that better life, take them along. That's the only way that you can guarantee that you'll be settled into that life. Lest you leave them behind, as African people, you know what would happen to you. God bless you. God bless keep you. As you move into the journey, remember, we also want, as your parents, to get into that world. We also want, as your parents, to live a better life now that God has granted us our wishes of a better life through you. God bless you. God keep you. Amen.
Thank you very much, Ibika Choir, for your sweet melodies. Madam Chancellor, Ms. Gobodo in absentia. Chairperson of Council, Advocate Ngcukai Toby in absentia. Allow me to recognize members of Council present today, Mr. Nongadlela, Mr. Mabongo, who's also the ISRC President, Dr. Mantashe, who's also a member of Convocation, Dr. Khetle, Dr. Mgeni, and Mr. Nongandle. WSU colleagues, members of the Ibika Student Representative Council and its Premier, Mr. Mukhwezi, who has also joined us on stage. Parents and friends, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, my colleagues who are present today. I see also Mr. Mbongo, who's also representing, who's the chairperson of the Institutional Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Reverend Mananga, for your uplifting scripture. To our WSU University graduating class, I welcome you all. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Rashila Nolundi Songa, the Vice Chancellor of Walter Sisulu University, and also standing in for our Chancellor, Ms. Gobodo. I welcome you today as we celebrate our first day of graduations here at Ibika and our second session. This is an exciting time for the WSU community as we are implementing various initiatives intended to help us realize our vision, which is impactful technology-infused African university in pursuit of excellence. I'm aware, or I want to believe that some of you are aware of these initiatives, and they are worth mentioning. I build briefly. For those of you who have been traveling along the N2, all the way from Tata to East London, passing by our campuses, I'm sure that you noticed that WSU is under construction. And the intention is to provide our staff and students with decent technology-infused living and learning spaces to engender their teaching and learning experiences at WSU in line with our vision. In addition, convocation under the leadership of Dr. Mantashe, management and friends of the university have also embarked upon a fundraising initiative to assist our students, or those that especially those that have historical debt. Moreover, the institution has embarked upon an aggressive capacity building project for its staff and management to ensure that we deliver on our mandate as espoused by Vision 2030. These initiatives mean, in essence, that in as far as our students are concerned, their parents need not worry anymore now and during the coming few years about their students' living conditions when they are at WSU. Also, parents must be rest assured that because of these initiatives, we're going to ensure that we continue to offer relevant and impactful programs that will ensure that our students acquire lifelong learning skills that will help them survive in the world of work. In terms of our capacity building programs for our managers and our staff, we want to ensure that we enhance the skill sets of our managers to manage the university, to protect its brand and its core business. But also our staff acquire the highest qualifications in the form of PhDs, and also are able to embark upon relevant research to ensure that this university is sustainable and impactful, especially in the region and communities where it is situated or located. At the center of all these initiatives, of course, is our students and the skill sets that they acquire at WSU. Thus, we are here today to witness the culmination of our students' efforts. Today is about you who sit before us today as the future of this country. As I stand before you today, I cannot help but think of the lyrics of a song by Nina Simone, who says, and whose song, "To be young, gifted and black." And some of her lyrics say, there are 1 million girls and boys who are black, who are young, who are gifted, and there is a world waiting for you. Our blackness is something that we need to be proud of. It is what makes us us. And it's not only our blackness, but it's also the skill sets that we have as black people. Today, I want to learn those words to challenge you to think further than the confines of the glitz and glamour we often see in the media. In a world populated by so many different people and in a country that favors equality of all people, no matter the minority, I want to encourage you to think about those things that make you unique. What characteristics have been used to brand you as perhaps being different, weird, or black, and because of your blackness, not being gifted. These are the things that we all worry about and the things that others use to torment us. But I want to suggest that you look at those things that make you different and unique as gifts, not as burdens. I'm known for reading autobiographies because I think much can be learned through the lessons of others. One thing I have noticed and which has become more and more entrenched in my approach to life is that those who succeed at the most dazzling of levels are usually those who have been labeled and maligned for the characteristics that make them stand out from the crowd. Whatever the challenge, whether neurodivergence, a physical characteristics, a difficult upbringing, poverty, illness, the size of your dress, the size of your shoe, whatever it might be, it has been used to convince people that they are less than and not good enough. This will not stop as you go out into the world. In fact, it will be more and more entrenched as those who seek to compete with you will find triggers of difference and weaponize them against you. In response, I want you to think differently about those things that have been used to other you. Instead of hiding your differences, instead of hiding your blackness, instead of hiding your gift, please bring them to the fore and use them as an ally and strength. Use them to achieve the levels of greatness you also richly deserve. Think of any great artist, business person, any artist, VC president, anyone of traditional success. I can guarantee you that you'll find something about them that is traditionally considered as weird or difficult or different. But look a little bit closer, you'll find that those factors that have made them different have also contributed to their success. If you have been bullied all your life, the one thing you tell yourself is that you're going to excel better than the bullies. If you have been labeled as you grow up, you always tell yourself that regardless of your labels, you're going to succeed. I think this is because those judged differently throughout life often learn the skill of foresight over hindsight. This ability sets them apart in a world where we're often expected to normalize into standards of behavior designed for us and not by us. So today I want to encourage you to turn the mirror on yourselves and find a way to use your weaknesses or those perceived as weaknesses by others as strengths. Whatever your challenge, rise above it and use it as a fuel for success. You are from WSU. Some will try to look down upon you. Do not say much. Prove them wrong by the quality of the work that you put on the table. Do not let the world dictate your future. Today, I wish you all the gift of foresight over hindsight and essential without jest. I want to encourage you as the class of 2023 to always remember that you are young, gifted, and black. As the world presents new opportunities for you, always remember that you'll succeed in everything you choose to do if you're authentic and give it your all. In addition, I want to encourage you to pursue postgraduate studies, become lifelong learners, and then ensure that you plow your knowledge back into society so that we may become a country of interchange, of learning, humility, and spirit. As graduates, you join the many talented Black and private sector leaders that have graduated from this university. Today, you become an alumnus or an alumna and a member of the university's convocation. You will enter into a new relationship with the university. So now, more than ever, you are the university's ambassadors. Thank you all the friends of WSU that continue to support this university. The support we receive from communities, local and district municipalities, provincial and national government, and the private sector is highly valued. These relationships assist us immensely in our pursuit of excellence. From all the staff of Water Sisulu, especially those are seated at the stage today, congratulations on your graduation. We are proud of you. As you celebrate your achievements, please do so responsibly. Your family, community, and country needs you and the skills you have acquired to contribute to the communities and societies and realize our national aspirations. It is argued that the future of societies and great nations is shaped by thinkers and intellectuals. Today, we congratulate and celebrate our future thinkers, and we remind them that to those to whom so much is given, much is expected. We expect that our graduates will be honest graduates who will ask difficult questions, who are ethical and can be trusted in public and private life, as one scholar once observed. In conclusion, I welcome you all and encourage the joyous sounds of cheer and adulation from family members as their sons and daughters' names are called out to cross the stage to be kept by the Vice-Chancellor and hooded by the Registrar. But I ask that we do so respectfully, that each graduate and their family must be allowed the moment to shine and to celebrate. Sit back and enjoy the proceedings, and I thank you.
Ndikuthandile sithandwa sam ngenhliziyo yami ndide ndakhetha ukuba ngumngani wakho kuba bendifuna uba secaleni kwakho bekubaba ubuhlungu xa ndibona uthanda emehlweni yam ube ungathanda ninami ndikuthandile empilweni yam ndikuthandile sithandwa sam ngenhliziyo yami yonke ndide ndakhetha ukuba ngumngani wakho kuba bendifuna uba secaleni kwakho bekubaba ubuhlungu xa ndibona uthanda emehlweni am ube ungathandani nami ndikuthandile empilweni yam ubungavuma bebunike ithuba ndikuthandile yahebo hayi ubungavuma bebunike ithuba ndikuthandile yahebo hayi ndiyakuthanda ufuna uthando, wawuthe ufuna uphatha, njengeqanda ndimlona. Wawuthe ufuna uthando, wawuthe ufuna uphathwa, njengeqanda ndimlona. Mamela, mamela, oh mamela, sithandwa mamela pha. Ewe indlela endithanda ngayo, ewe basamulibhayisisa, bayazi ntoni andikhathali. Ewe kudala ndifuna njengawe, you are the only thing I've got right now. Ewe intombi emhlophe ngebala, ndithi jika nono ndibone. Ewe isigqibo sesam ngengqondo, inhliziyo igqibile ngezenzo. Ewe kumshado Josi siphelo, ndithi ndali ndiyabonga ngenzwakazi.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I hereby declare that the candidates whose names appear on your program have duly satisfied all the requirements, and I have the honor to request that they be presented to you for the conferring of degrees and awarding of diplomas and certificates in the respective instructional programs.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the diploma in hospitality.
Dengeki zamkelikile. Dipa Kebisa. Dulaze Kanyisa. Gaba Emihle. Jojo Samkelisiwe Pumla. Menu Vuyo. Mfene Sesetu. Mlambi Nosihle. Mtanji Zuzipe. Mutloung Sibabato. Moyana Ntombefikile. Mtima Ayabulela. Ndelu Samkelo. Ndia Astande. Nzumo Anelisiwe. Nkeza Olona. Ekisa Lilita. Nzama Zimpindile. Pangumso Atanati. Can I have? Thank you. Pakatu Olwetu Fortunate. Thank you. Puka Ongeziwe. Selani Ayaka. Tsoko Olwetu. Kumana Sipumezo.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the Diploma in Human Resource Management.
Daliwonga Skolisiwe. Dingizizi Piwe. Dofi Noluvuyo Esetu. Gabuza Akole. Kaba Mbalenhle Tabisile. Can I have your card, please. Thank you. Gwai Busisiwe. Juku Pilani. Gobese Apelele. Makabani Yanga. Makabini Yanga. Magwa Esetu. Makalani Yanga. Mfazi Luntukazi. Mlungwana Rigni. Mnikana Siposetu. Nkobela Ezile. Nkiniso Lisoletu. Nkoleka Asavela. Njobe Spokuhle. Nkomani Pelokazi. Thank you. Nkwazaliso. Kaiso Azola. Hadebe Nosihle. Siko Tolakele. Sipika Alungile. Sitisa Asabonga. Sobantwana Apelele. Sobopha Asavela Nana. Chaka Kwanele. Relax. Voice Pelele.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the Diploma in Management.
Baleni Amandla. Kela Luleka. Jikwana Mkhululi. Langa Sisipho. Lakwesha Nozipho. Loko Vuyokazi. Lubaleko Pateka. Lutwecha Aliziwe. Mabongoza Zimkita. Oh, okay. Okay. Madlongozi Zianda. Mamani Zizile. Mana Sesetu. Manasi Sitembile, cum laude. Masana Jonga Bazile. Mbulula Apiwe. Mdlandla Lusanele. Mkenyana Nyaniso. Monakalo Kawekazi. Mkokweni Apindiwe. Mtini Sipiwa. Mtiwa Sino Neliso. Mzana Nasipi, Nkosana Ayeza, Nogaya Atanati, Nokweyanga, Nomanzoia Anita, Nonkwenkwe Aliziwe, Ntlangani Nontlanhla, Nyakaza Kokeka, Khumsha Sinithandile, Sikiwe Sinzizo, Sodlikhala Nontandazo, Toloshe Thando, Chayingwe Ayonele, Zwezwe Khalipa,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive Diploma in Office Management and Technology.
Gadla Asavela, Ginqibulelwa, Kaula Mkhululi, Masikansi Pelokazi, Machoke Anazikona, Mbabala Abongile, Mfenyana Sivuile baby, Mginqizana Savela, Ndlapu Ncebakazi, Ndlovu Sizakele, Nota Zoloyiso, Khohlo Khanyisa, Suwela Luto Patricia, Tembani Funeka,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the Diploma in Public Management.
Dlakayi Timana, Dobantando, Jongo Asilize, Fani Nasipi, Febana Mila, Jojo Nandipa, Gani Okuhle, Kandayo Pelisa, Kwalu Kwalu Spelele, Lindani Tulisa, Maganyani Simamkele, Makaula Liabona, Mgolombani Ngaba, Mlambo Anelisa, Mloli Yanda, Mze Esihle, Mgwemba Nkosiphendule, Mkabo Aphelele, Mxeleleni Zanele, Nana Noluvo, Nana Noluvo, Ndacha Asandiswa, Ndobe Sibusiso, Ndugu Astandile, Gumla Zintle, Nkebese Vuyokazi, Nokokhoba Babalwa, Ngila Sisipho, Sabokwe Amahle, Sibobi Sibulele, Sihlahla Thandeka, Sinoni Zandile, Soyeza Sande, Kyali Zenande,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Hospitality Management.
Fodo Amanda, Gunga Asandiswa, Tlaliso Yanga, Maganga Navuyo, Makita Patrick, Chazi Sasetu,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Human Resource Management.
Wetana Mawande, Madolwana Olwetu, Madube Dube Tandazile, Mapelana Lita, Mapumlo Zezetu, Matiwani Onesimo, Meilindiswa, Mbokywa Zintle, Memani Zizipo, Mjana Asipe, Njenjani Yandisa, Nkosana Mandlakazi, Nzima Sinazo, Sibozi Esona, Tukela Apelele, Willie Asive,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Management.
Bagada Ayabonga, Bambata Spamandla, Benise Asake, Boni Dumolwetu, Botman Pagamisa, Didi Bandlakazi, Dlamini Nhlakanipo, Fumba Eletu, Baxele Bonile. Genuka Anele. Goqela Zizipho. Kwezi Sinaye. Lutango Andile. Luchede Bulalani. Mafosi Nompendulo. Maham Akona. Maliwa Unati. Mani Sisipho. Manchula Ayafika. Marumo Dimpo. Mdleze Sibonisile. Mfusi Annelisa. Mihla Asanda. Msimango Zizipho. Mtinti Tabisa. Ngubese Sifiso. Ndleleni Nolwazi. Ngonono Aviwe Posha. Nomazele Sonwabile. Nompozolo Sive. Nonkunga Sibabalo. Nkambi Nokhanyo. Ntsibantu zikhona. Nyalambisa Nikiwe. Pedi Kuhle. Kadebeli Vuyo. Vingela Apindiwe. Zituta Zusiphe.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma, Office Management and Technology.
Bonga Aviwe, Bloses Pumelele, Gasela Tandile, Gilmani Vuyo, Otani Nolizwi, Kwepile Pelokazi, Matikizela Yanga, Mapinda Fefelwake, Makabaza Andiswa, Mkekelwa Babalwa, Mkanyelwa Sive, Mtintelwa Spamandla, Ndamase Inam, Nobetsu Amahle, Shusha Tokozani Nicholas, Singongoto Nonzalelo, Pongwana Astandile, Zikula Asive, Zungo Andiswa,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Public Management.
Ekwana Yonwaba, Dumezweni Onele, Kayaletu Mangliwa, Nobukela Mkulisi, Krikani Yolani, Kheko Avuyile,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Advanced Diploma in Human Resource Management on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bonza Mnonelili, Boys Ditulele, Ekiwe Zinzisa, Dabula Yonela, Dani Annelisa, Fakuni Asabulela, Ganu Yonelani, Kambula Hombokazi, Madikizela Kakamba, Madolo Lungile, Makaluza Olutando cum laude. Makume Esetu, Mazizi Abulele, Meji Onwabe, Mkokri Indipile, Nkuku Nkonzo, Nonkenke Unati, Nomgongo Sivuyisiwe, Nonkonyana Ayabukwa, Sijaji Nikiwe cum laude. Sichekes Noyolo. Siwela Avuyisiwe. Solani Vuyokazi, Solani Amkela, Taliwe Zisiwe,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Advanced Diploma in Management on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Baba Bomikazi, Dana Sinikeziwe cum laude, Dlokolo Nolupiwa cum laude, Gwija Akona, Kolanisi Solansa, Landu Apile, Mazizi Lisakanya, Mbuzelwa Mihle cum laude, Memani Ongeziwe Caroline cum laude, Njoli Spelele, Mboka Kamba, Mpepesi Vuyelwa, Mpochwana Yongama, Mpukula Nontando cum laude, Mtikracha Nomhlobo, Mtsalwa Asabela cum laude, Nzelu Ezethu cum laude, Ngola Apiwe cum laude, Nomakhala Nkosokolo, Nonyawu Aphendule, Nozinyo Nomfundiswa cum laude, Ngabeni Nolivuyo, Sobazile Aphelela cum laude,
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Advanced Diploma in Public Management on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bulani Lebohang, Dube Bonakele, Obola Apiwa, Jikijela Nonkuleko, Kapasa Linda, Lugomo Andiswa, Mabengwana Mpo, Magadlela Namhla, Majinga Nomvelisa, Maketa Ntombi Zonke, Mankayi Awodwa, Mdunyelwa Zisanele, Menze Simamkele, Mfeni Zizipho, Mlaza Ibanati, Mpionke Anelisiwe, Mkaka Pumla Happiness, Mchikla Zilungile, Mvundlela Mbasa, Ndunge Wendy, Ngame Masikole, Ncancu Xolani, Nwembe Eza, Ngenge Snegugu, Njomi Asonele, Nomabunga Sanelisiwe, Nonxuba Milokuhle, Ntelo Neleza, Ntsumani Siyamthanda, Nyama Mkhathazwa, Petse Yolanda Pelele, Bike Tembakazi, Sikhunyana Anelisa, Sithole Athini, Vuketwele Anita, Vumsindo Sikelela, Kala Songeziwe,
liso lethu angishayile ingoma yami. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. This is Ibika. It's very vibrant. Only the people who are shaped and grounded by the conditions from Ibika will know that it's always vibrant. The African graduates must realize that unless we develop our education system, we will always be slaves to Europeans, to Chinese, and the Indians. Let me express my greetings to the Chancellor in absentia, the Vice Chancellor, the Chairperson of Council, Advocate Ngogwai Tobi, the President of Convocation, Luka Mantashe, and his deputy, and the ISRC President and Secretary, the campus SRC, but furthermore, let me also acknowledge our parents who have shaped us and molded us under the difficult conditions. Ko go lona lotlhe ke re madume, sanbonani, molweni, nda. Having said all this, I stand before you in front as a child of a domestic worker who's being shaped by the material conditions on the ground. A parent who started to be enslaved and became a laborer at the age of 10. I greet you as your campus premier. My name is Mokgweetsi Kikabile for those who don't know me. The message I have to our graduates today, our graduates, not graduates, is that of personhood. The message of personhood. Education to us does not represent arrogance, but humility. That is personhood. Education to us defines the pillar of the student who have been shaped. Remember you when you were a squatter at Student Village, sharing a bed with so many people. Remember when you tried to enter in the system and you were brutalized by the very same university managers who are here to celebrate you. This is a sign of resistance to the system. Remember the day when you went to a class with an empty stomach because they did not allocate your meal allowances. They must never come here and claim easy victories. These victories belong to us because we know what it means to suffer under the harshest conditions. Now, what is a graduate with a debt? What is a graduate with a debt? A graduate who was funded from first year to second year to final year and graduated in record term, but he has accumulated a debt. But we are always funded. What is a graduate with a debt that is mysterious, that we don't know where it's coming from? I'm saying all this because I know that some of the students who will not be getting their certificate were fully funded, but they have debts that are mysterious. We are not here to play. WSU has a mission and vision, which says that we are a university that's striving to become an African-centered through infusing technology. I want to quote one of the greatest persons who have once worked this land, not South Africa, but Azania, Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe, and I open quote. He says that it is meet we speak the truth before we die. I'm speaking the truth now. Nobody must never be brand me as an agitator. I'm saying that you deserve your certificates. You must get your certificates. Having said that, as about to summarize, let me acknowledge the convocation for coming up with this powerful initiative to fundraise, to clear the debts. I so wish that each and every graduate today who's here can be able to also contribute, because it is you who will struggle to get employment without a certificate. and also it is your brothers and sisters. Sons and daughters of the soil, I so wish that you had come to an education system that would have equipped you with skills. The current education system, it is brain damaging. Ukuvala ingqondo yakho, uphuma ungazi lutho. That is why you go and beg for jobs and cannot create your own. Because the current education system was designed by white people to push their own interests. That is why we are going to go and beg to capitalists. As much as you can see these black faces in workplace, they own nothing because we are landless. As now umhlaba, we must get back our land, and we can only become having the necessary skills. That is why we always say izwe lethu. Umhlaba mawubuele ebantwini. Thank you so much. My message was very simple. I want to congratulate you and say that I wish you a great success. I wish that many doors can open for you. And one door, when a door is open to you, remember in IBICA, we like to share the little scrums we have. If a door is open to you, open a door for many others. Personhood is my message to you. Thank you very much.
Madam Chancellor, in absentia, the Chairperson of Council, Advocate Ngogai Tobi, in absentia, Council members in attendance, the Vice Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University, the Executive Management, the friends, family of graduates, the President of Convocation, Dr. Mandashe, in absentia, ISRC, leadership, the campus SRC. Standing in front of you, Ngu Sandis Owakwambongo. I'm the Deputy President of the Convocation. We first need to acknowledge that this is an emotional day for all of you today. It is emotional because of different reasons. All of you have a story to tell. We are also aware that the journey for some has been long and hard, and for some the journey has been short and sweet. But today marks the mark of a new beginning. As we were entering the hall, I want us to reflect on one thing. There's a red carpet that we are stepping on. Every time you see that red carpet, be reminded of this. The red carpet represents the blood, the compromise, the sacrifice of generations and generations that came before us for us to have a better education. So today you are working in honor, you are working in compromise, you are working in sacrifice. And that should be constantly a reminder to you as a graduate. We also wish to acknowledge that there has been a personal journey into this. We know that some of the graduates here have came with care parents. Some of you don't have parents. We know that in the mind of a student, when we are studying, sometimes you are tempted to even commit suicide. We know very well that students are sometimes subjected to conditions where they do not even have funding. We know that students sometimes they are labeled for who and what they are. And that is why we say today, Bulelane kuYehova, kuba elungini. We also wish to acknowledge the contribution made by lecturers, academics in this stage. We know that sometimes you are under-resourced. We know that sometimes you have a workload. We know that sometimes you don't get the necessary support to do your job. But regardless of all of that, you have managed to produce these graduates. Now, as we are making a transition out of the university, we will be faced with challenges. One of the challenges is for us to be successful in life. Success, the society has taught us that it is associated with us occupying positions, driving certain cars, owning certain houses. It is associated with us having to do anything and everything to get into that success. But we wish to say today, let the society not define success for you. Because success in an education community is all about going down, down, and down. Because what it means it's humility, it's humanity, and it's service to people. We wish to welcome you into a convocation. One would ask, what is convocation? Convocation is a former group of students of WSU who have become graduates, who are having a common interest or a common goal. Our interest is one, is to give back to our institution. We can give back to our institution in various forms, through our skills, through monetary value, through intellectual contribution, or any other form of contribution towards the institution. As you'll be moving out of the institution, you'll be confronted with public perceptions. Perceptions about your university, perceptions about you as a graduate. But we wish to tell you that the first female black chancellor of the country comes from WSU. And that very same chancellor is your chancellor, Mamononkololeko Koboto. We also wish to advise you that we've got big senior reporters that are working at NCE. Mr. Avil Mtia, who is also a former graduate of WSU. We wish to tell you as well that we've got people who are serving in big boards of the nation. Dr. Mafuya, who serves as HPCA of South Africa. We further have our Vice Chancellor, Mamu Professor Songa, who is equally the former graduate of WSU. We also have the Registrar of the University, Dr. Ndonzima, who is the former graduate of WSU. We also have Dr. Chaka, who is also the former graduate of WSU. So when people start to question you, the credibility of where you come from and the identity of the university that you graduated from, tell them that indeed WSU produce graduates that are fit for purpose. Now, as you will be stepping out of the university, this is what you need to also note. You'll be acting as an ambassador of the university to the society and also to the labor spaces that you'll be working on. You will be representing the university. When people see you, they'll be seeing the university. You are joining us at a time where we are currently running a life-changing campaign, a campaign that we have defined as a generational mission. It has been identified that graduates have an historical debt of 1.4 billion rands. Now, on the 10th of March, we have managed to launch what we call a graduate debt clearance fund. In that debt clearance fund, we are intending on releasing all certificates of graduates using that money we are going to raise. We have managed to raise more than 40 million rands on that day. And that, Kwabanizan. Can clap hands. And that 40 million rands comes from government, businesses, generous individuals, the student leadership, the workers of the university council, the university management, and we want to appreciate those stakeholders. We further wish to indicate that we have also established what we call a crowd fund. That one is also flexible enough for you to also make contribution, either in a small contribution or a periodic contribution. As we also expand the work of convocation, we also encourage you to participate in the launch of chapters that we are currently busy with. We have went to Gauteng, went to the Western Cape, we've went to Eastern Cape, and we'll further go to other provinces so that we launch other chapters. It is encouraged for you to be in part with those particular chapters and convocation. There are forms that are within your seats, and we encourage that you fill in those forms so that we continue to have a relationship post your graduation day. We also wish to indicate that convocation has set down and defined the criteria in which it's going to disband those funds. We are going to pronounce exactly the exact date as to when certificate will be released. But we do make a promise that the end of this year will end at a peak where some of the graduates, including some of you sitting here today, will be receiving their certificates. Now, we are also aware that we are also not just facing a problem of a historical debt, but our problem is that of unemployment as well. So we are also building partnerships and networks with private and public businesses so that beyond the issue of certification, we are able to create opportunities also for our graduates. In that it is in pursuit of making sure that we open doors for our graduates in the place of work. So we are encouraging you to participate and make sure that you stay in put with convocation. Now lastly, we want to appreciate the university management for opening the doors of learning to all these graduates. We also want to appreciate the parents for trusting the university with your children. Indeed, today it indicates that it takes a village to raise a child. We'd also want to appreciate the leadership of the SRC, the radical engagement we had. Indeed, it is necessary that we acknowledge, embrace student activism in institutions of higher learning. It has been identified that big business people, politicians, are a product of student activism, and we want to say to SRC, keep the light shining. Lastly, we want to say to the Council of the University, we appreciate the contribution it is making to improve the management systems, the leadership of the institution, and also the governance system of the institution. In case you forgot everything I said today, but remember this, namhlanje kukufeza kwamadinga. Thank you very much.
Madam Vice Chancellor, please allow me to say all protocol observed. On behalf of WSU Council, on behalf of WSU Chancellor, and on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, I've been asked to come and propose a vote of thanks. Ndenza nje ilizwi lombulelo. Before I do that, can we give a big round of applause for Butterworth Choir? Thank you. Ndicela nindivumele ndilenze ilizwi lombulelo kwiinkokheli zethu ezilapha, starting from religious leaders, Reverend Mananga, government and political leadership, business leaders, Reverend Smanga from our taxi industry, Mrs. Filtane from our, of course, our Butterworth landlords fraternity. We really appreciate that the traditional leaders, of course, led by representatives kaNkosi wethu esiphansi kwakhe uNkosi uBhikicha. And of course, let's give a round of applause to whole leadership, including our council led by Dr. Klekle. Let's give a round of applause to the leadership. Thank you very much. Again, Vice Chancellor always say graduation is a culmination of all our efforts. I would like to start with a special group, which are the students. Thank you very much for your hard work today. You are graduates under the leadership of the SRC. Now we are passing over to the leadership of convocation. We also appreciate your messages in Kokeli. Siyabulela, can you give a round of applause for that group? We want to take this opportunity, Sibulele kuni bazali, together with his sponsors, a number of sponsors, ezincedisa abantwana bethu, nalapha ekufundeni nani nge-support that we have given to these children, abahle kangaka namhlanje. We really appreciate nemithandazo yenu, and I would like us to give a round of applause to our parents and to the funders that always assist the university. And lastly, on these three parties, the foot soldiers, the university itself, the staff, under the leadership of Professor Songa, we can see the university is developing on all fronts. We really appreciate the message that Uvisi has indicated in terms of the strides that we have taken and the giant step that this university is taking. We appreciate all the stakeholders within the university that are holding hands. Can we give a round of applause to that stakeholder? Of course, I cannot forget the organizing team, registrars team, MCA, operations, student affairs, campus rectors' offices. We really appreciate the work that you have done, the show that you have put together, the planning as well as the execution. Let's thank you very much for that. Let's give them a round of applause. And last but not least, ubulelwa, our sign language interpreter. Really siyayibulela yonke lo msebenzi awenzayo for us so that sikwazi ukconnecta sonke within the university, even nabo sikconnecta nabo online. We really appreciate the work that she has done. Can you also give her a round of applause? On behalf of the Vice-Chancellor, please allow me to wish all of you a safe travel as you go back home. And at this moment, I will therefore request that the congregation rises and join in the singing of the national anthem that will be led by our choir. And I will also request the congregation, please, to remain standing until the academic procession has left the Great Hall. I thank you.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as the Vice-Chancellor, I also award the qualifications in absentia to those students not present. I hereby dissolve the congregation of Walter Sisulu University.
Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi babahlonele bo. Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi babahlonele bo. Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi babahlonele bo. Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi in